I'm at Portland Nursery on Stark Street, and I'm here with the lovely Sarah Denny. And Sarah, today we're going to be talking about one of our lovely woodland creatures, the deer, and how they sometimes tend to hurt our gardens by eating them. You've got some great ideas to not only stop that maybe, but also to evade it and work with a gardener to have a beautiful garden.
Yes, we've got a few different options, starting with some deer-resistant plants. And notice we say deer-resistant,
Yes.
not deer-proof. Bottom line is they're going to eat whatever is around. If there's not a lot of food, they'll go for anything. So I picked a few of what I think would be the most deer-resistant.
Okay.
So I've got Mahonia here, which I picked because it's got a thorny texture, which deters them pretty well. I also picked the Berberis for that reason. It's got some nasty little thorns in there. So I picked the Digitalis foxglove up here, and I picked that one because it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Same with the Euphorbia. So that's something to keep in mind also if you have dogs or children at home. A poisonous plant might not be the best option.
Well, and that would make sense because it's really stuff that would harm us as well. They're probably not going to like chewing on. We wouldn't want to chew on thorns.
No, we would not.
What about this beauty though?
That one, the juniper, I picked that one also because of the texture. It doesn't have the same thorns, but it just doesn't seem like it would be very fun to chew on.
Yeah, it's not like a cream cheese and a bagel,
No.
I'm sure. And this one surprised me a little.
Yeah, rhodie. So that's a really great option for so many people in the Northwest. It's got, a thicker leaf texture. Not to say that a deer wouldn't eat it if it was the only thing around, but it seems to be something that they don't really go after aggressively.
Yeah. Well, now I also noticed you have some more fragrant plants because there is a way to use those as well.
Yes, deer have very strong, very good sense of smell. And so mixing in, your yummy things in with something like a rosemary, lavender, sage, something that's going to mask the smell or deter them with the smell is a good way to kind of protect maybe your veggie garden or your other,
or even your flower garden.
Nice little, yeah.
Well, now let's say that we've made all these attempts, and for whatever reason, they just keep using the garden as a buffet. There's also some other options that you can consider doing.
Yes, and one thing that's good to mention is that once a deer gets its path going for the spring and it's got a little buffet line, it really is better to start deterring them before the spring.
Yeah, that makes sense. Before they're used to that.
Yeah, once they're used to it, it gets a little bit harder. So one of the first options that we have is a scarecrow, which is a motion censored sprinkler. So it will turn on and scare the deer away.
Yeah.
And now I've heard that deer can get pretty comfortable with this. So even having two of them or alternating them around week to week, really keeping the deer guessing so that they'll figure out how to get around little tricks.
Yeah, they will.
The other one is Natural Guard, which has all organic ingredients, things like garlic, cinnamon, pepper, things that have a strong smell that will deter them. And with this, you also want to kind of change up where you're putting it from week to week.
Because they do get used to things, so shaking it up a little bit. Now, this last spray bottle, I've personally had experience with this, and it's kind of scary to me, but it works.
Yes, this is made from what I understand is rotten eggs and coyote urine.
Nice.
You don't want to be spraying this anywhere where you are going to be smelling it.
Yeah.
But for the same reason, deer don't like it. It's predators, urine, so their territory has been somewhat marked. And so all of these are really great options, which are, there's other ways of doing it. You can put fresh garlic out in your yard. You can make a pepper spray.
And you can put up fences too, but they have to be quite tall because they can jump.
They can, between, 6 to 10 feet probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have a great thing that you're holding right there. Tell us about that.
Yes, this is our deer-resistant ornamentals brochure. You can find it online or in our stores, and it's got quite a bit of an extensive list of deer-resistant plants for this area. And, again, different deer have different tastes.
It's true, just like we do.
Yep. I don't like pickles, but other people love pickles. So it's
Well, that is all true. And now listen, if this is something that interests you, you have some deer you want to try to work with around, no better place than Portland Nursery on Stark Street to go in. And you can also go online and print this out or come in and talk to them and get a selection of plants that will work in your own garden. Thank you so much, my dear. Always a joy.